Om Shri Sai Ram. Humble prostrations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Master, Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Gita Vahini, Chapter 21. Liberation requires giving up attachment to the body. The path of devotion. Summary. He who aims at liberation must first give up attachment to the body. Without that, the Atmic stage cannot be attained. The Atma must be recognized as distinct from the objective world or Prakriti. The craving for objective pleasure based on the unreal value attached to the world has to be removed by meditation and penance, tapas. When that craving is lost, the individual becomes like the dry nut inside the coconut shell. Becoming like that dry nut inside the shell is the stage called liberation while alive, or Jivan Mukti. The contemplation of the Godhead as above and beyond all attributes is necessary for becoming liberated while alive. If that is difficult, dedicate to me all worship, all adoration, with all the fruits that may accrue. Take me as the ultimate goal. Meditate on me. I shall then shower my grace and take you across the ocean of constant change, samsara. It is not an easy task to fix your mind steadily on me. Another way is by means of prayer, recitation of the name, adoration of the glory, worship, etc. The sins of the past can be destroyed, the inner consciousness purified of impulses and urges. Devotion to the Lord is only a form of discipline to reach the goal. Seekers must always be eager to find out which behavior, what acts will be most pleasing to the Lord, and fill the Lord with bliss, ananda. That is real devotion or bhakti. Devotees should not be subject to their own will. They should be in accordance with His will. Whatever the act, a devotee should not feel that it is my action. If all acts are felt as the Lord's, then they will not be tarnished by egotism or the taint of mine. Devotion, however, has to be steady and full. It is the establishment of the mind in the Lord under all situations at all times. Dedication inspires the body, mind, and speech. Be convinced that the doer, the deed, and the doing are all He. Be devoted to Him rather than to riches, wife, and children. Devotion is a matter of the inner consciousness, of feeling, rather than the external behavior or conduct. Pure feeling is the important thing. Among the devotees, the distressed, artha, the poor, artharthi, and the inquirer, jigyasu, are all eager about the nameful and formful aspects of Godhead. Devotion of the formless, nirguna bhakti, must be used for the attainment of liberation. Both aspects have value and are indispensable, so devotion of the form or saguna bhakti has to be adopted as a spiritual discipline, and devotion of the formless, nirguna bhakti, is the goal to be reached. Seeing yarn as included in the cloth and the cloth as a collection of yarn, and the two as identical, is contemplation of the formless aspect. Devotion wells up from oneself. It is selfless attachment to the Lord. The attachment, the love inherent in humanity should flow uninterruptedly in the direction of God. Then it becomes devotion. This love is in every living being. In short, life is love. Love is life. Each member of each living species has many-sided love towards offspring, parents, comforts. But the word bhakti or devotion is used only with reference to love as directed to the Lord. Strive to reach the vast ocean of grace. There you realize yourself. You attain existence, knowledge, bliss, Sat Chit Ananda. Key takeaways from this chapter. First, in this chapter, the Lord offers 3 pathways to Him in descending order of difficulty. A. Complete absorption in Him with no body attachment. B. Dedication of all thoughts and actions to Him. And C. Continuous prayer and remembrance of His name. While the former seems very difficult, the latter 2 can be consciously done by the seeker, and it will eventually create the internal environment within us where that full absorption within the Lord occurs through His grace. Therefore, chant His name incessantly and dedicate all actions to Him. Second, assertion of one's own ego will, contrary to the will of the Lord, works at cross purposes with other elements of bhakti and renders it futile. Therefore, with the pulls and pressures of our wishes and desires, let us always pray that His will be done, and act accordingly and unconditionally accept the fluctuations in our own lives as His will, without superimposing that of our own as we walk the path of devotion. Third, external acts of pujas, pilgrimages, sacrifices, etc. are all good and fine insofar as the purity of feeling exists. Authenticity in our relationship with God and step-by-step peeling of the layers to attain that quest of internal purity is far superior to external acts of supposed devotion with muddled intent and a desire to win favors from the Lord. Fourth, worship of the form or formless aspect of the Lord should not be seen as an either-or choice. Rather, see it as a step journey where the name and form gives us focus and one-pointedness till the point where the object of love dissolves from the aspect creation to the Creator Himself, and love is purely for anything and everything for love's sake alone. Fifth, formless love is often demonstrated to us indirectly through our love for our parents, children, friends, pretty objects, nature, etc. When all these aspects consolidate into a single pointed focus on the source of all that love, and not just the manifested representations of it, it is perhaps described as pure formless worship and true devotion to the Lord. End of chapter 21. Jai Sai Ram.